Right, I got an interesting problem here. This is the television. It's an HD ready 2011-ish supermarket TV. I found it in the street about 5 years ago. It does work. It's a 21-inch and about 21-inch TV. And I was using it on my main computer, on my second machine here. And basically it's just stopped working. And I can't get it to come on. But I found this TV in the street about a week ago. And the screen's broken, but the motherboard works, and I think these are the same guts, same motherboard, because it's another supermarket TV. It's a bit smaller, but the motherboard seems to be the same because I've checked them out. So I think I can swap the guts from this one and put it into that one, because this one's screen's broken, and someone's kicked it. There's a hole inside the thing. It's leaking all the LCD stuff. And then the main logic board on it don't work, so the screen, whatever comes up, is all really kind of like mangled up. So I think I can take the motherboard out of this one, because it looks identical to that one, and then resurrect that one. So that's the plan. Right, so this TV is basically a rebadged Samsung. The panels are Samsung. So I've had a pretty good track record with finding TVs and things in the street. I've got Dell monitor I'm using for my main computer. That's 21-inch, and I found that 2 or 3 years ago and it works fine. This monitor behind it, that one is it's a LG, I think. That one works fine. I was thinking about throwing this one. I was like, okay. But luckily, assuming this is the same, and I could probably use it with that panel there because it's a bigger panel. This one's trash, it's broken. There it is. Got a bunch of inverters. It might be the inverter. What if it's the inverter? There it is. Okay, so there's the back of the thing. It uses cold tube inverters. It's not LED backlit. It's a big cold tube. And this is the bit that's gone wrong. One of these chips here gets really boiling hot, so this has probably failed. This is the logic of the screen. This panel is broken, it doesn't work. So what I'm thinking is, if that's not the inverter, because it might be, this has got a different inverter. This one, compared to this one here, my main screen, there's 2 of these, and this has only got 1. Because it's a smaller panel, I think that's something to do with it. The rest of it is pretty much identical. This board here, this whole bit here, can't really see it. This bit on the other TV goes to a little light at the bottom, and this one it goes to a light in the corner. So this is the same thing. It's got one of these funny, that might be satellite TV or something. I'm not sure. PCMCIA, something or other. There's a DVD in it, so it's the same basic difference. It's very similar. In fact, it's probably the same thing, but I have to check it. I'm assuming it's the PSU or the main board. If it's the inverter, this one might work with it, but I don't know if it will be enough. Unless it's just a redesign, I don't know. But I'm going to have to check that. So I'm going to have to take this other TV and take the screen off, and then compare them and actually note the actual differences. So I'll come back in a minute. I only fixed the bezel last week, or what was left of it. It was completely broken. They used cheap super cost reduced plastic mouldings, and they just break. They're really super thin. And I fixed it last week, and I put it all back together, and it was fine. So I've taken that off because it was the bottom bit, and then the top is held in by a piece of frame from a picture. Right, that's that off. So it's just that. Right. all plugged in. I got to plug it in a minute. Damn it, sir. Gently, gently, there it is. Pull that out. Okay. So here's the plastic. I glued that and that, and the bottom bit, and another one there as well in the end. It's just the bottom bit is a bit rubbish, but otherwise it's just hanging out the bottom. And this bit is the same. This bit here is different on the other TV, but the wire goes to the same basic thing where the thing is. So I'm going to have to take the secured differently. Right, I shall endeavour to document this because it's fun. I really love taking televisions to pieces on a Sunday evening. So there you are. Right, so I don't want to know whether it's either the pulse plug-in is gone or the bed's gone. I think one of the two must be making things. Try to change the PSU to see if it makes a difference. Really? Good sir. Right. Oh, it's got double different sets of plugs on it. Okay, so it's got a different inverter on it. I hope that's not what's gone wrong on it. Two. Right, there's the screen. Can't really see it. This panel is good, as far as I know. It's a 21-inch Samsung, so yeah, it is what it is. This to that, so just checking this and just looking it over, and I turned the power on because there's an isolation switch there, and it made a buzzing noise right in there. Switch on again. Like a bzz, bzz. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong, but I think it's the PSU. But this one here is identical. This is an identical look. Like, see the two sockets there. Two sockets are there. The wiring is almost identical. The layout of the board, I mean, you've got like that little processor there, that's like a memory thing. On here it's that's a Hynix, I think. So it's very similar, but that is making, again, it's the PSU. They're almost exactly identical, so I'm going to try swapping them out and see if it works. I'm going to attempt to remove this PSU. I've just taken the one out of the TV. I can only do this because I know that they're pretty much the same thing. They're not actually totally different TVs. They're the same basic difference. These wires are dirty as hell. I think it's the PSU. It's not the inverter. I could be wrong, but the things come off. Oh man. The bloody sockets come off, really. It's bloody toast anyway, so got to remember there's an earth here. So this is, I think, the source of the problem. I think the PSU's gone making a weird buzzing noise, so I guess one of these is gone, one of these transformers. Avoid touching this with my bare hands, it's got a load of current in it. Why not have rubber gloves somewhere? Rubber gloves. I don't want to touch that and get a shock. That's going to be only in a couple of volts probably, so I don't want to get up close and personal with that capacitor there, which is probably dodgy. So. Okay, so that's still not very good. Doesn't look very. It's warm. I can feel that's very hot. It's hot. So there's the thing that's failed. I'm assuming that's what that is because it was making a weird buzzing noise. And I'm not an expert on these things, but yeah, there it is. I'm not going to touch that. I'll put that where I won't pick it up for ages. I'm going to drop in this rather wonderful drop-in replacement, which is almost identical to the one I've taken out. So I'm hoping that's all it is. If it's the bloody inverters, I want those spares. Could change all these cables because I've got ones from the other TV that are actually really better condition. I won't know unless I plug the. I have to put the. I have to put this panel back in because I can't tell if it's working otherwise. Where's the other screw? Good sir. We'll soon know if it goes bzzz or not. So. Tighten the earth. Got that a bit nearer, couldn't I? So I would never do this if it was a totally different model, but it's the same, almost identical, practically it's identical pretty much. So I mean, it's about the same year, to be honest, 2010, 11, around that. Right, so all I've got to do is plug that in, and that being the mains, and then I'm ready to go and I can test it. So. I know this one does work. The PSU does work from the other TV. Okay. Dirty those. Reattach the. No? Is that a different? Better not though. Okay. That's it. That's it. So 4 screws, the mains. This is something, yeah, to do with this goes to the inverter and then that goes back to the, it all connects in. There's nothing else to it. Dirty damn thing, right. I'm going to put the panel back on and I can then see if it's going to work. So, to it when you take the oh, we've got to do the inverters. Hooray, I love inverters, me. They certainly don't make them like they used to, they really don't. They really, really genuinely don't. Yay, I love fanning around with inverters. This is not an LED, LCD, LED, TV, LED backlit anyways. Oh my god, why is there 2? Why is there not just 1? It might even be this is wrong with it, I don't know. Well, the way it works is you put the... have to do it like that, and then that goes in the very, you can't see this, this goes in the top here, and these two, so I have to basically then get, I think as they're getting cut to pieces by this fucking thing, and then what you do then is kind of stick it on the bottom, and I have to do it again. It's fine, actual television maintenance, wet repair. You can't spare it. It's quite much of the series one at the moment. I'll get in there. I normal television, only the monitor. The XX. I can all up laptop. Slow one. Who's in there? Ah, okay. No, I'm not getting this one. We want to break cable. It was stingy with the copper the day they made this. Oh yeah, let's make it about 4 inches. That, yeah, that'll do it. 4 inches, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they'll love that. They'll think that's great. 4 inches. Right, got it. Okay, so I'll have to lay it on its back because it's too much trouble. Okay, I'm going to power it on. Okay, I got power switched on at the mains, but I haven't put it on yet. The way these work is there's an isolation switch, and then you press a button and it comes on. I don't have the remote for this, so. See if it does it. Oh, it don't work hardly anyway. Oh, I heard something. There it is. There it is. HDMI. There it is, yeah. There, it's working. So it must have been the power supply module then, the PSU. Because if it was the inverter, it wouldn't be doing that. And if it was the main board, it wouldn't be showing anything. So just check there's a volume thing. You think, well, is it going to cause a fire? It shouldn't do, because it's from a television. There's the volume there. If it was anything else like the logic for either the screen, the panel, it wouldn't be doing anything. If it was the inverter, it wouldn't be coming on, and if it was the main logic for the brain of the thing, it wouldn't be doing anything. So that was the PSU. Luckily, I had that TV, was about to throw it away because the panel on that was completely broken on it. So I've just found a drop-in replacement for my not very good working TV, and it seems like this light's supposed to come on, but I had to solder that back in because it came off. 3 wires onto like 3 little contacts, and it's like when it's in standby it's red, and when it's on it's blue, but it kept going on and off. But that looks like that's fixed that, so that bloody works. Luckily, if I hadn't found that TV, that would have been dead. So nice, I actually had spares that actually worked. So I have to run it a little bit, but you know, it's working. So don't know what caused it to fail, but this TV is 2011-ish, so that's what, 15 years old nearly. So yeah, 15 years. I've got CRTs in the corner, which are 20 plus, but that's CRTs. So there it is. I might change out the socket, the wiring, because I've got a lot of wiring from the other one that's really nice and clean and a bit newer. So maybe I'll do that. Shame I can't get this little light working for the status of whether it's on or not, but not quite sure. That's not. I fixed it and it did work, and it doesn't work now, so I don't know. Funny that. Let's just do a power off. Power it off. Power it back on. What you do is you press. It's a physical off switch, which you don't get on TVs these days. It's a physical isolation switch, and you press the on button at the side. I don't have the remote. You hold it in. When I first got it, I thought it was broken. It took like 10 seconds to come on. And it goes. Here, it's like a little click from the audio. That's the DVD. There's a DVD player in there. Yeah, I think that's working fine. had it on HDMI, so it remembers. I wasn't sure about taking the main brains out, where not the actual. I haven't got a spare logic board for the screen panel, but the actual brain of it. I wasn't sure if that would work with this display, but if it's just the PSU and it looks like it was, then yeah, that's a fix, to be honest. And I'll report back if this plays up or fails, then I'll know. But yeah, a drop-in replacement for the. I have to test it with the computer, but it should be fine with that. If it's doing this, then it should be okay. Right, I got it back in, and the bottom part, all the screw things disintegrated again, so I might have to glue it again. But there it is, it's back in situ. I'm going to put the computer on, and we'll see how it goes. So, main switch, holding the power button. Put the top bit back on as well. It's struggling to focus. There it is. I'll put the machine on. Okay, I should get an image. It says DVI on it. What's that about? There it is. Being an arse as usual, so it's working. Windows 7, Windows 10. Let's give it a Windows 10 treatment there. So yeah, seeing it, give a bit of a test there, and put it all back together, and it shouldn't be too different because it's the same basic difference. It's exactly the same thing as the other one. It's like an identical size, identical everything. So if I didn't like it, it wouldn't work. So that's the thing. Adding this hard drive on this bloody computer. Hold on a minute, sir. Let's just do the old. Pretty close and stuff. Hello. Yeah, it's an old Ivy Bridge machine found in the street. Another one I found in the street. Classic takes forever to load. Main machine. This monitor found it in the street as well. There we are. There it is. There it is. So yeah, it's functioning okay with the. I was worried it was going to be the main board, but it wasn't. It was the power supply. So yeah, not sure how much life this has got in it, but yeah, if we didn't like it, it wouldn't work. So there it is. So I'll keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't overheat or anything. But so yeah, that looks like that's functioning fine, which is nice. So I thought I'd do a quick update. This TV has been running for about 3 hours now, and I've been editing the video on my second PC, and it seems to be absolutely fine. So there's no major issues with it, and I put my hand on the top. It's about the same difference in terms of heat. It produces a fair amount of heat. The other one did, the other PSU did, but this is working fine. So just wanted to say that if you're going to do something like this, then be sure you know what you're doing, because electricity can be dangerous, obviously. And I know something about these televisions, and it's like a product of deduction. This TV and then the other one I found in the street are pretty much the same difference. So if you're going to do something like this, don't copy me and just stick a bunch of stuff in the TV from 2 different televisions, because that would be bad. You have to know what you're doing. But I have a fair idea about these televisions, so if you're going to do it, be sure you know what you're doing. Okay, so that's just because you could cause a fire. I've checked this. I don't leave it running when I leave the room. I always make sure that it's running fine, and if I'm not going to leave the room, I turn it off. and it has an isolation switch also, which means I can turn it physically off if it's still plugged into the mains. So like I said, be sure you know what you're doing if you're going to do something like this, and be knowledgeable about what you're doing, because mains electricity is dangerous and can cause house fires, which can be very bad. So it seems like it's working and there's no major problems. It hasn't gone and exploded or anything like that. So yeah, it's a fix, and I will continue to monitor it and see if it continues to work as a pretty good display for my second PC.